Hey y'all.
Hey, woo! Made it! It is I, Dr. Chef. I made it, y'all. We made it. We made it. Happy Motivational Monday to our crew. Yeah, I'm looking around because I'm looking at how I'm trying to make sure that I have everything set right in here because it took me a minute, y'all. It took me a minute this time. It took me a minute. Woof, it took me a minute. I chimed in for 5 minutes to you all. I did. I had it set that I was gonna do it for 5 minutes. And so my apologies. I'm gonna give you all a little time to get in because that 15 minutes behind mattered. We had some technical difficulties. Some type of way I could find out and I didn't do that. I don't know how that happened. So let me go ahead and print in to give y'all some time to realize that I'm on here, and then I'm gonna try to get in my Instagram crew followers as well because Facebook just glitches just way too much. If I go on to Facebook, it's just to let them know where I'm at. I'm gonna try to chime in to YouTube this time because of that. Um, yeah, I'm gonna go into there. Give you all the time here. 'Cause this is something. Before I actually left. Yeah, we got a lot going on here. I made it. I'm not letting nothing stop me. I got a good testimonial for you all to help motivate you on this motivational Monday. So good to see you all. I'm trying to make sure I get it right, y'all. Let me know if I got it good enough for y'all at a good angle. All right. Now I'm getting ready to notify my Facebook people just so they know, family and friends, so that they know where to come where they can come to see me because it glitches too much. So I'm going back to my hey, how y'all doing? Hey bro, how you doing? I'm going back. Y'all, I tried the whole 15 minutes, so I had to get a little bit of help, y'all. I did. And yeah, I'm back to my rap, y'all. See, y'all seen enough of my Pinky and the Brain forehead. You see, I did. I had to. I pray y'all week was good and y'all weekend was good. I really do. I know. I'm just thinking about just being thankful that I made it to it. And yes, it is gloomy here like it usually is the second week of September. But it's a really good month. It's a lot that takes place before we transition into what we have here as fall. Before we see the beautiful leaves exuberating out, given everything changing. Yes, I'm gonna miss my flowers. I'm gonna miss the tropical things that grow. Yes, I am. It does make me want to travel about to somewhere else. But right now, I got so much work here to do. Woo, y'all. It's a lot that's gonna take place, but I'm gonna show you how I get motivated. So it's good to see you all. Hey there. Hey, sister. Yeah, it was so good to see you, sister. That she can't do, y'all. She can't do for me, Sister Danielle. It was good to get a chance to get you your products. Let me know when you want to start. I don't know if we picked our date and time for your consultation to start. And y'all don't mind me if I'm picking at my eye. It's because something failing. I don't know what it is, but I wasn't gonna let that stop me. You gotta be motivated on Motivational Monday, not to get all discouraged just because things don't go the way you want it to. That's part of being motivated. You still move. You still try to make things happen when little tests and obstacles come, because that was very irritating. I was trying to get my lighting together because it was just too much of this so-called fake light that was going on. So if it seemed a little dark, that's why, because I just wanted to make sure that the lighting was better. And so I'm just gonna go live. You all just bear with me for a second. I'm gonna get right into it. Y'all know when we get in it, we get in it. We in it to win it. Cause this is motivational Monday. I already feel y'all. So I'm like, how in the world does this woman stay hype with all this that's going on? You gotta love life. I'm gonna keep it simple. Ain't nothing profound. You just gotta love life. You gotta be thankful. You really truly have to be thankful. And I know some like, yeah, I'm thankful, but I ain't got that kind of energy. Dr. Said, with you? Okay, I had a little help. Okay, I tell off. Okay, shoot. I had some of my blackstrap molasses. That helps too. It helps because it does have a little bit of sugar in it. Okay, I admit it. Oh my goodness, y'all something else. See, y'all ain't gotta say nothing to me for the few that's tuning in. I already know y'all. Already know. It's like I know my people. I know my people. And so I'm just like, and I'm happy because woo, I was just getting ready to. I was like, oh man, not this computer again. Oh Lord. I was gonna go into it, but some said, nope, you already know. You already know it is. Don't act brand new about this. This is a usual. Whoever's meant to tune in, they're gonna tune in and it's gonna work out right. They're gonna get the motivation that they need to go for. We're gonna do our talk, we're gonna do our chat. And just for the record, even though it's motivation money, you can ask questions just for the record, because I know a lot takes place when the season is shifting. The body is starting to go back to a little bit of chill. I don't know if it's chilly where you all are at now, but right now I feel about in its late 60s here. I did not check the weather. I did it like the quote unquote black folks do it. You know, when we feel it in our bodies, or we to stick our head out in the window or stick it out in the door. Yeah, that seemed to kind of work for me. I don't go off news because I done been disappointed too many times from the news. From the news. Hey there, Brother Sean. Shalom. Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh man, that's just because I'm alive to be. I'm just happy to be alive and happy just to be able to keep working at being more consistent with this, because I missed y'all on Wellness Wednesday. I promise you all. Yes, Wellness Wednesday was my son Kenneth Nigel Moore. It was his 24th born day, my birthday, and it fell on Labor Day, but it was his born day. My son, my joy, my heart, my first born son, and he has my heart. Y'all keep him in prayers because woo, I see the great things that the Most High wants to do with him and in him. And I know he's got the set appointed time, but you know how it is when we mommies and, and sons, you have to allow them to take their own path and do their own thing in order for them to, develop into the man, into the God man that God has set for them to be. And I do understand that more and more as time go by. It's just certain things that, and don't beat me up, y'all, that I'm starting off here, but I just said it was his birthday last week, and then my cousin Carlos, my first cousin Carlos, condolence to his mom too. He lost his mom, my auntie Erling, last year. He made it through. He's a gym teacher out there in Cleveland, Ohio, and he's doing very, very well for himself. So, cousin Carlos, I love you. Happy birthday, happy born day, happy Earth Day. You got this. I gotta say that to him because he refs y'all sports and all this other stuff. He's always doing something active. And then happy birthday to my cousin, my other first cousin, Leona, and her husband, Craig. Yes, both of their birthdays are on the same day. This day, September the 11th. Go figure. And so I'm like, man, I said, I got a chance to see them and they're getting ready to renew their vows. I think it's going to be 35 years for them. Yeah, of being together, just a love like never before. They are, that 11, that 22 put together for the both of them. It worked for them and their beautiful children. And so you all keep them in prayer as well. So I had to give a shout out to them. Happy anniversary that's coming up on the 15th. Do my best to try to make it to their anniversary, renewing other vows together. You all know that's a tough thing these day and ages. So that's something to honor. And then happy birthday to them today, to the both of them. They two peas in a pot for sure. I never seen nothing like it. I told myself, this is so unique to see you all. See, I can't stay down about nothing, y'all, because there's always something if you really look for it or if you embrace it. and you ask God to give it to you, He will. You will be able to find that balance in life. So even if your situation, or my situation, is not at that level of being able, or I'm not in that position to have that, I still, this is how my heart works. I still desire that for my family, for friends, for others. And so this is the reason why you all hear me always talk about the matters of the heart and how important that is. Let me see. Did I throw it? Oh, hey there. Brother Perry Brooks. My apologies for that. I didn't even know you guys tuned in. So I had to give a shout out to my first cousins. My first cousin Leona and her husband Craig, um, for their 30 something anniversary, and today being their birthday. Go figure. And so that's a beautiful thing. I'm just really happy to see anybody making in these day and ages just on one accord. And so my desire is always that my family be happy and well. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hey, glad. Yes, daughter Zanya. Look, I'm so glad to see you. I'm glad you told me that it was you too. Yeah, don't worry, y'all. I ain't gonna beat y'all up when y'all come in with y'all titles, because the words mean something. The titles mean something. If it wasn't so, then people wouldn't go by it. And when you have to have a covering, this is my understanding. I can't speak for nobody else. I can only speak for me. My understanding is that oh, okay. That's fine. That's fine, sister. No, 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 no. If you didn't want to give, you could send it through via text or call it on my 618, my business line 618-388-8100. If you want to reveal yourself then. The reason why I give the options for that, so no need to apologize if you don't print your name right away. That is not my take. That's a concern of some others. Hey, Uncle, that may be the concern to others, but that's not for me. I'm just gonna lay that right there, because I just have no fear of things that appear to be hidden, because I'm a firm believer that whatever is in the dark, it'll come to the light. And then I'm big on one another's privacy. If you're coming in and you're being something positive and you're not being negative at all, and you want to go in by your title, there's a vibration in there. There's an energy that's in a spirit. And especially when you have very positive saying, hey, there's a shalom to you all. Shalom, praise God, assalamu alaikum, wa alaikum salam, all those sayings that we all have, I say all those, and people say there's people that got all these phobias about how we greet one another. I don't have those hangups. I'm just gonna be honest, and the reason why I say hangups, because at the end of the day, if you're greeting someone in a manner of peace, or to say give praise to something that's supposed to be showing you, that's supposed to be showing love one to another, then my understanding and my conviction is that you greet your brother and your sister in the way that they can understand it, in the way that they can receive it, especially if the meaning is positive. If the meaning is positive, and and I know I didn't always I wasn't raised to do it that way, but as life goes on, you live and you learn, you live and you learn. What's most important? That you greet your brother. So that's the first impression that a person gets from you, is from how you greet them, and if whether or not you're greeting them in the right language. And the reason why I say language versus their tradition is because there is no difference really in neither. Let me clarify. There's no difference in neither. And I'm only speaking on this because I've been asked that question about from some that were close to me, and others seemed like they was confused about how to greet one another, and saying, trying to say that if you greet someone in their language or is from their belief system, that means that you go along with everything that they practice and believe. And I kind of thought that was really narrow minded, but I'm like, no, that's not what that means, because I don't know everything that you know. I don't know everything that you practice. We got all these different religions out here, all these different teachings and doctrines, just like we got many different languages, y'all. Think about it. We sometimes, what I've learned about our people, and I'm going in, it's still Motivational Monday. We gonna get there, y'all. We sometimes we get too hung up. It's what I've noticed. We get too caught up in focusing on the things that really truly doesn't matter in the end, that can sometimes overshadow. Most times it overshadows what your motive is. What is your motive? Your motive is just to speak. Your motive is to be kind, or to be polite. And so if that's your motive and you say that in a polite way, you greeting in a polite way, then why should there become a long drawn out? What's mystical about that? What's the agenda? That doesn't mean when you go to China, you gonna get the app, or you gonna get a book that shows you to how to say hi in Chinese. When you go to London, you'll find to Paris, you will find a way to say greets in the language that you want to greet, especially if you want your food, right? And so, what do we all want from one another when it's time to greet? It's Motivational Monday, y'all. A lot of y'all going back to work, or no, got spouses that are, children are, the children going back to school. All these different things we got to start over, because nobody likes when the summer per se has to leave, even though we love the beautiful fall for those who all that are in these different climates. But then too, we embrace or wind up going through our physical changes, like where we are now, where we experience 3-4 different type of weathers. If you're in a state where you are experiencing different type of weather, then that means that in a lot of cases, if you don't know your body and your mindset, you will wind up experiencing having a different feeling, and it will tax you emotionally. So we'll start focusing on stressing on things that are just really doesn't matter. And so that's the reason why I say that, because I don't always say it, but I wanted to say it because I want our people to know that, because that comes to me from time to time. And I've had people to ask me that question. It's like, so do you believe in this and you believe in that? I believe in what it's not a belief system. I just try to learn from the experiences that I have in life, and I've learned, and I'm still learning how to love and how to appreciate everyone in their place where they have learned something that is beneficial, that is good to us in life. And I think some of you all that's still tuning, y'all kind of get that about me. But there's sometimes going to be newcomers that don't. Hey there, Ruth. How you doing? It's two Ruth Parkers. I don't know if you're a family member, Ruth Parker. If you are, how are you, dear family member? If not, then still, how are you? And so I wanted to give a shout out. Hey, Uncle. I'm excited too, y'all. Okay, drum roll. Because we still I got the labels ready. We getting ready to come out with a new line of health and wellness products, and I'm gonna tell it to you all again. I'm not for sure that I'm going to super broadcast our goods, and until the time go by. But my mindset is not to do it at all. If you want to know what all I have that's good for your health and wellness, you're going to have to text in, or you can chime in on here, Dr. Chef. What do you have for such and such? But be prepared to leave, to message me either on Facebook, because now all of a sudden Facebook is not glitching right now. So text me on Facebook or Messenger, or either you can email me at the Dr. Chef health and wellness at gmail.com. And then you can also reach me at health coach Fifi at gmail.com. And then you can also take in, call in, and ask. You got several ways to ask me this question, you all. I left nothing unturned. You can ask me through via text at the 618-388-8100 number. I'm going to say it again, 618-388. I got to write this down, y'all. 8100. You can text that. What do you have for this? What do you have for that? Or you can email me into the Dr. Shell Health and Wellness at gmail.com. You can do it that way because I just don't. Hey, little sister, Nira. Good to see you. Mwah! Good to see you. During this time, and the reason why I get so excited when I see you all is because I know that means that you're alive. Well, your hands is working, eyes is working, ears prayerfully are doing so. And so that's the reason why you all see me so excited. I don't care if it's some of the same people or not. I mean, I care. Let me get, I picked up that term. I don't care. And I need to do away with that because I do care. I care that you all are alive and well, period. Period. Whether you give or not, whether you right now, it's a beautiful thing you give because it helps me to produce more products. And then also, you all know I'm down to my six days before Najee's 25th birth and born day. And so I am watching my own self. Yes, I am underneath. I am utilizing all the wise counseling that I can get, and during this time because it's a lot that's taking place. They try to overshadow that for me, and then that's not to take away for anything. I know life goes on. This is my experience that I have to have, and I'm just thankful that even though um, things are beginning and things are ending in my life, that I'm just thankful that I have something to thank God for, that I'm still thankful. Because y'all know how it is. All y'all are going through something. I can feel it. I can sense it. And some of you all, we shared stories with one another. And it's something miraculous that when you go through life, death, um, division of family, um, shifting of business. Those are the things that I don't know about you all that I've had to counsel people through, that people have literally taken their lives over when it doesn't go the way they imagine or plan it to go. And so one thing that I've learned, because the question has been asked, so I'm gonna answer it because it's motivational Monday, y'all. And we gotta have another thought sometimes in order to get us through the week. Um, since I'm only here a couple of times off the week with you all for now, just a couple of times, they asked me, how do you go on? How do you press forward? With your firstborn transitioning on now, and your mom not here, and separation from spouse and all that, and how do you do it? Changing over the business and all this other stuff. How do you stay happy? How do you stay healthy and well? And I try to give not a professional answer because I got a professional answer for you. And I'll be honest, the professional answer, y'all watch yourself. Here I come. That's full of crap. Told you I'll keep it 1,000 with you. That's full of crap. I said it. Crap. You keep it together by taking one day at a time. You keep it together by only allowing those who are positive in your ear canal. You keep it together by not trying to gather people around you that's only there for you for what your hands can give. You keep it together by having good friends and family members, or finding them that's going to be honest with you, that want to see you grow, that want to see you be the best you can be. Not someone that just want to monopolize off of you, or someone that only wants you to mostly help them and they not truly help you, or and I know we all have our own little parts that we play, so it's no big, no little, but I'm saying, what the theme of all of your relationships are. I keep it together that way. I keep it together through prayer, meditation, which leads me to, I have a speaking engagement for those ladies, and the men are invited because we still need some protection and covering from the men as well, to prayer breakfast that I've been invited to speak on the power of prayer, for the first weekend of October in Tennessee, where we had the health helps you all, and I'm going to share that with you all soon. I can't wait to get to a place where I can get my tech people out here so we can do the pop-ups for you all, and that will be in Columbia, Tennessee, along with a host of other beautiful, powerful sisters that is labeled in their community that's done a great work and continue to do a great work. They're going to share their testimonies, and we'll have keynote speakers. I have been invited to be able to bring my product line there so that they can have access to the new products, the healthy, all natural, organic products. Now, for the record, you all, I'm not going to have all of our products labeled organic. Some will be able to do vegan, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. I'm gonna tell you what people are not gonna tell you because it's important for you all to know. It's three different forms of organics. Some of you all know it, some don't. It's three different forms. Hey, Brother Lamar. It's three different forms of organic, maybe even possibly four. It just means that one of the titles is, and I've taught this in the labor reading classes, and I've helped to assist in labor reading classes, but you guys can look it up for yourself. That part is not gone. You can Google. Organic doesn't always mean that it is all natural, 100% from the earth. That's one. Some it does not necessarily mean that it's naturally grown from or derived from. In order to get down to the bottom of that, you have to call into the manufacturers to find out how their production is. Most of the time when they're legit, because they can take you on a tour to show you where and how and where they get their belongings from, and how they manufacture it, how they produce, bring about the quantity and the quality of your natural resources. And so those are the companies that I like to go through. It's those who are willing to break down and give me the information that I need so that I could better explain to my people that's nervous or trying something natural for the first time, and you want to know whether or not it's really all natural or organic. Um, and so the reason why it's not going to be labeled organic is because of that. And the other reason is why it's because I found out. I knew they charged, but I didn't know that they really charge. They charge $1,000, y'all, just to put a label, just to label one product organic. $1,000. And so what happens, the problem with that though, is that when they don't do that, unfortunately, you got a lot of people where when they're just doing this just for a business, and they know that this is the time in the season where a lot of our people are fretful because of the new strand of viruses and things of that nature, and whether it be chemically manufactured or not, they do this because they know that a lot of people are desperate, and so they overcharge those like myself and others to make sure that you all that when we want to brand our own products, they charge more for that. And I can show you the proof in the email of that. Yes, just $1,000, and some of them vary; they go up higher than that. And that's just to have the label on there to say organic. Now there are many that's print their own labels. Yes, they are. But even to when you all look on the back of the label of products, and you see, I'll give you a prime example. I have an oil here from a young brother, the scientist that was telling you, like Brandon. He's a young, smart, highly intelligent young brother. His own natural syrup for the hair, the growth of the hair, is made 100% out the fruits. Elixirs is it's a beautiful, beautiful thin like cream for our hair. It's called uh, OG Hershey, and it's the OG stands for original, for origin of creation, of greatness. I'm sorry, origin of greatness. That's what the OG stands for. O for origin, and meaning original, and then greatness. That's what his OG stands for. So he's an OG for sure for being able to create this, and it's absolute. It works. I used to serve myself, so that will be his website too. It's just a 2-ounce flow. 60 millimeters, and it is really good. I've been using now. I told y'all I'll use my stuff first. I've been using now for months, and I just wanted to see how well it would do. And so it has been working well, and it smells so good. He also has a shea butter and a cream that goes with it as well. That moisturizes the skin. It's really light base. So when you know you're getting it from a chemist and a biologist major, because he took his time to refine his products. He took much good pride in giving us the best of the best, you all. So shout out to the scientist, Brandon. He's one of the ones that's going to come on. We're going to do some collaborations, some label reading classes. I may even try to have him on here, and we're going to go over some labels. And then I have another brother that some may know that's here in town. He's creating some labels for me, some chemicals, main chemicals that you all have to check on your own. We can't be lazy minded, y'all. Got to motivate y'all to just read. Y'all hear the saying all the way. I'm going to think that for the most part, everybody that's tuning in is 20 and up. And when they said that, if you want to keep something away from us, put it in a book for the most part, because we don't like to read. It seems to be more true than not. So if you think about it, if you don't want to read a whole book, and where you can see the pages for the most part, for those of us who don't, that's not blind, that don't have vision problems, you sure don't want to read a label when there's a product in it that you want. Y'all read the labels. Read the labels. Even if it's not right, at least you know what you're putting in your body. Don't go crazy about it, because especially if you know you are still taking in, be realistic about it. Y'all know you are still taking in chemical processed foods, you're still eating toxic meat and all these other things. Don't go completely wild and crazy on the more natural foods either, because I've seen that too, where you all will go in, not you all in particular, but there are so many that will go in on the natural product. Is it real? Yeah, I'm gonna put my money, but then go turn right around and go get a soda pop. Come on now, y'all. Actually, that's just turning up all the alarms, just messing up your whole internal lungs and causing too much acidity in the system, messing up the gut, causing bloatation. That may not be something you all, but if you like share, you'll find out that it's true for others. And so sometimes we need to be, our mindset needs to be redirected into thinking in a more healthier way. No, you don't want to get overly dogmatic about natural products, where at least you're getting more than half, versus when it's time for that addiction spell to kick over, or kick into you. You don't bother looking at the label of a toxic food or so-called food or so-called drink that is loaded with red 40 and all these dyes and all these chemicals that's in it. And so that being said, that made me want to make sure that we go do a simple um, um, show dedicated to chemicals and break them down for you all. And I know he may actually be able to put it up on the screen. So just give you an idea of some of the things that I'm working on for this fall. No, I'm not finna go into the skirt tactic, y'all, because I want y'all to be motivated. The motivation part of Motivational Monday is for you all to be motivated, to know that just like what happened in 2019, the end of 2019 on to now, up until now, how they warned us, and hearing where yes, where Joe Biden had that's a nice name, y'all. Joe Biden has come out with his mask now, and the reports have been stated that the lady of this country is got so-called the C. So that's a great sign that anytime the so-called, I can't even say the title. I know y'all be like, that should be cracking herself up. Yep, I have to. You gotta laugh for not getting upset. My goodness. When the so-called leaders, rulers of this world or this country start doing things that that it's a sign that you need to start preparing to boost your immune system. That just means do so. There's a scripture in the Bible that says that warning comes before destruction. But I also think that that's common sense. How many of y'all appreciated when you got warned before mama was giving, well, so everybody didn't get chastised the way we did coming up, but we did. Hey, Auntie, I see you. Auntie Sherry, you made it in. How's 60 feeling on you? Yeah, and I'm going to send you your goods too. Yes, I am. Oh, by the way, please let me know for those of you all that screenshotted you all's tracking number for those who place their orders. So my auntie just made me to remember that for the colon cleanse, and just in case it's right, somebody new that times in colon cleanse, we got your colon cleanse. You get 2 bags of these at 22. We got plenty that's starting on theirs now. So congratulations. Pat on the back. Kudos to you. For those of you all that's getting started on your purifying your colon, they help push out a lot of mucus and to absorb toxic drugs and things that's been in the system. I'm here to motivate you all. Let me know when it's getting hard via text. Say something. I will call back or either via text you something encourage you. And for the moringa for now, what we have coming, and I will be willing to announced that we have the B12 coming, but guess what flavor, y'all? Or should I be able to use the term flavor? And not use the term flavor because it's natural derived. Watermelon. Yes, for the B12, you all are going to need that because the melon season is out for those of us that's not in the tropical areas. It's out. Yes, you can still get some imported in from different places, but because the production is getting ready to slow down again, and they're going to raise the prices on things that's out of season for our areas that experiences fall, winter, then summer. Um, it's going to be important that that you all get your vitamin, that you get your B12 in and your B6 and the B3s. It's so important because that's your energy right there, and that's how. And you need that too to help regulate. Help for the digestive system. It helps with, I'm saying again, your energy, the bloodstream. And so my flavor is going to be the watermelon flavor, our natural source of flavor. It is going to be vegan friendly, and it's also going to be vegetarian friendly. I know because I already got my labels approved. We also will be having, I'm thinking about the liquid form of D3 because I'm a liquid girl, y'all, because that penetrates faster, quicker in the body. You want what's most potent. And the good part is, here we go. You can put it in a drink because I got asked that question a lot, even with the vitamins that they had that you all have had gotten from the Ministry of Wellness. You all that asked a lot of questions. Can I put it in the water? Can I open up the capsule? And we said, yes, you can. But nothing is more potent than you all having it in liquid form. A good, nice, wholesome grade that because it does not dilute, it's still going to go ahead and have the healing properties that it has in there. And that's the beauty of having more original um, supplements. And then on top of it, mine also would be the original organic form. It will not be just a regular natural form of it. It will be more purified, more natural resource of the B12 than what I've been accustomed to taking. And so I look forward to that. The D3 with the K will be there, and I also have the option to get that without the K. You all know the vitamin D is going to be critical for us going into the winter. It's going to be critical because that is what, especially for melanated people, that is what feeds your melanin to give you the proper energy and it help to boost your good bacteria to allow the body to be able to stimulate and nourish the bones. We need that for those who all shalom. Somebody just said shalom to me in this hour. Shalom. I 406. I'm gonna get to you right back to you in a minute. Shalom, Dr. Felicia. I pray you and the family are well. Oh, oh, oh. You all, okay, I had to stop for that. You all pray for Sister Tyra Thompson. She lost her brother a few days ago. Some told me I usually don't check the text when I'm doing it, but some told me to. And that's the Ruach, that's the spirit of the Most High. Some said don't ignore that. What other products? We had the DHA, EPA, B12. I need it. Okay, she's saying what she need. Bless her heart. Hodgson made 2 years. His birthday was then last Monday. Oh, his birthday. Oh, his birthday would have been on the was on the 5th actually. Bless her heart. Okay, you all send prayers out to Sister Tyra Thompson. I had to take that, you all. So sorry about that Facebook. I had to take that because that's important. You know, that is what's being used today to bring the spirits of our people down when they lose loved ones. So that's very vital that we show support one to another when these things happen in our families, our lives. Not everybody is true. Not everybody is close to their loved ones or to family members, and that's understandable. But for those who are all that do have that care and that love, send support. You'll be surprised at how important that is mentally and for us the mind, and just to know that there is someone else that doesn't even personally know you to saying, I'm praying for you. I pray for your family. We hope that everything works out for you. We pray for your strength and that your heart be comforted. There's nothing wrong with that. You all did it for me. It was so helpful to me doing. That's the one good thing that came out of it. That I made a lot of new friends outside of just doing health and wellness, and outside of what I could give, you know. And that was a time that I needed it the same, and I still do from time to time. Like I said, I don't know how I'm going to feel. I know I have a few people offering to take me places and do things, and I'm nervous about all three of them because this is the first birth date without Nigel, 25th. But then I look at on the brighter side, I do have a son that had a birthday in this month, a born day in this month, and he's alive and well. And I say God has given me another chance. Thank God I had more than one child. And I'm just thankful that the time, and then when I look back, and every time and I know this is not everybody else's experience, but I'm just going to tell you how it worked for me and why I believe that God gave me the strength to be able to encourage others during this time, because I was fortunate enough to where my daughter, when Najee transitioned, she transitioned in her bed, stretched out, and you couldn't even tell that she was gone because her face looked so at peace. You know, on my best days when I'm not looking scary, whatever the most nicest picture that you can think of me, that was Najee, and the smile. She had a slight smile on her face. And when I was trying to explain it, when me and my sister Joe went out last Sunday, I wanted to treat her to a nice, healthy meal that was good and tasty, because that's where she said she needed that. Um, I was trying to explain to her why I couldn't really cut a whole fit, and why that even though I didn't have the break that I was promised, I mean, the break that I needed, I couldn't really act like I could lose my total mind about it, because her face keep popping back into my face, and I saw the peace. And the only way I could describe it was how beautiful they say heaven is, or how beautiful paradise is. And in my case, if you ever gone to Maui or to somewhere tropical and beautiful, the pictures doesn't, the postcards don't do it justice. You got to go there, see the clear, pure, beautiful water. Some of you all have gotten a chance to see it. I said, if heaven had a face, it was Najee's. It was my Najee Angelise. It was her. And so every time when I really want to get, like, I've only had like 2 times, and that was with my sister, because she was there the day, she was there the whole week when we went out to DC and came back. She passed 2 days after. And so she was there, and then my sister in love, I don't call her sister in law, even though she's lawfully my sister. It comes in. I only had one time to really truly just express myself, and that was more out of frustration of the distraction and the mean things that were taking place at the time in my life last year. But that was the only time I had to just really just cry. But then even in the midst of that cry, I realized that I was crying because I missed her, because I wanted my daughter. And I was crying more so too because I didn't feel like I had that time that I wanted to have with her to do other things that I had set in mind that I wanted to do with her. I was also crying because I felt like something else, other things, and I knew, and it's true, other things was trying to overshadow that in the moment, and that everything wasn't done in the proper order out of respect that needed to be done. And so I gathered that it wasn't so much of her passing as it was so much the circumstances that were surrounding her that was bothering me the most. And so now come September the 17th, it will not make a whole year that she's going. It will be December the 13th that it will be her official anniversary that my firstborn is not here with us, our angel. But this will be our first birthday on the 17th of September, which will be next Sunday. I really, now I'm able to just focus on her face. I'm mostly able to focus on her face because I asked God to take away any bitter, any hardship, any hurt, or any feel of betrayal, for anybody that was there and that was close in person to me, that I could tell that that's not there walking with me today, through this anniversary. But then I had to remember my prayer. And that's the reason why I'm speaking on the power of prayer. I prayed that anything that's not authentic, any friends that are not authentic, anyone that I'm supporting or that claims to support me, that if they not really truly be for me and my family and the wholeness and the healthiness of my family, and they're there for any other reason, to remove them. That's a hard prayer to pray, y'all. Especially when you've seen your prayers come to pass, and I have. My experience is that I've seen my prayers come to pass when I pray good prayers, prayers for growth, prayers for maturity, prayers for trueness, prayers for oneness, authentic oneness, prayers for being equally yoked. And I mean equally yoked, not just on social media, but I mean equally yoked behind closed doors. When you pray those type of prayers, then we have to remember and we have to prepare ourselves for that when it's time for the universe, as some people call it, and I call it God, to actually work these things out in your life, whether your daughter, mother, whoever pass on, whether you lose a job, no matter what the crisis situation is, or the major changes in your life, understand that you have been allowed to orchestrate that too. And so I had to remember that I prayed those prayers up until that point. And so that means I'm not in a position to, preferably this helping somebody, I'm not in a position to only stick and only focus on one negative thing that would have took place during that time. I'm only in a position to be able to share a testimony that I've always prayed for pure love in my life. I've always wanted to give pure love in my life. But then what I had to remember is that love has to be challenged. That's the only way you know that there is love, is when it's been challenged. Now, if it gets challenged to the point to where you've been mocked so much from it, from that you were supposed to be equally yoked with, then now there's a scripture that I do believe in. That it's the scripture says, how can two walk together except they agree? If you don't agree, then that means you're going to be disagreeing. That means you're going to be fighting. I don't believe that in friendship, marriages, family, business, or anything that you are supposed to try to ignore when you are not being equally yoked, especially during the time of passing of loved ones, especially during the time of you want to be healthy and well for each individual, because that's the only way you can have a healthy relationship. That's the only way, even when the time for passing the loved ones come about, that we can heal, that we can have that there. Because just like now, I speak about it and I can feel the heaviness in my chest. I'm gonna share this with you all. This may help someone. Sister Thomas, I pray that it's helping you. I can feel a tightness in my chest because I'm not focusing on breathing while I say it. I'm mostly mentally focusing on getting it out the right way without it being received in a negative way of the words in my experience that preferably will help someone else in their time of transitions of loved ones, in their time of feeling sorrow, pain, hurt. And so I've learned how to challenge that. And then when I feel the tightness in the chest, as I speak of my daughter's first birthday coming up, I take a deep breath. You have to remember to breathe. That used to seem like it was just something that we made fun of because we see it on TV where somebody is meditating, or you see the monk meditating, and we think, oh, this is not us, this is not me, this is, or you see someone, or you call it just being super spiritual. Well, I'm here to tell you now, no, it can save your life. It's only through when you stop breathing correctly, or when something is devastating your heart so much, can you experience a heart attack or a stroke or aneurysm to the brain. I mean, I felt it as I'm thinking about Sister Tyra and her going through her anniversary, and where I felt the tightness in my head as I'm speaking. I felt the tightness in my chest as I'm speaking. So that means that the body you have to give the body its opportunity. You all, I hope that I'm helping someone. Like, share to anyone that's going through it, because the end of the year is here, and we lose most of our people during the end of the year for some reason. And as time go by, you may understand what that reason is. I don't have time to break that down right now. But we lose most of our people during this time. Greetings, how are you? Sister Dorothy, it's so good to see you. And I said, okay, I had to take a move side. On this side, the right side of my head, I could feel a pressure. And in my chest, I could feel a tightness. And in my heart, I could feel it's beating slower, because I know what that feels like. Now, someone asks a question. Okay, well, Dr. Chef, how can you motivate someone to start focusing on not going into a state of depression when you're thinking about the loss of loved ones, when you're thinking about the anniversary, when you're thinking about a broken relationship? How do you do it? First of all, you got a temple here. You know, I deal mostly with the mind. You got to massage it. You take these two fingers, which is the index finger and the middle finger. This is where the most blood circulation and energy goes through the tip of these two fingers. This is reason why those of you that ever had your pulsar, and if you see me close my eyes, it's only because I'm focusing on what I'm saying and I'm visualizing. As a nurse, my background nursing, you hit those two veins. How is it that we can read the pulse through tapping here? This also, we use it for our pressure points. There are pressure points throughout the body, throughout the face, underneath there, underneath the nose, in between the eyebrows, around the circular, but especially through the temple when you're thinking real hard about the loss of loved ones, or who you miss, or things that just didn't go the way you want, and you got to massage those gently. Don't put too much pressure on it. And what that does is it opens up the blood vessels for you to be able to breathe. It opens up the mind immediately, faster than your aspirin will, faster than even some essential oils, even though you can do that through essential oils through aromatherapy. So this is one that I release sometimes. Young Living is the most potent. So I'll take, this is grapefruit that rejuvenates. Rosemary, I got rosemary. I have some secondary ones that's not always good. And I'll take lavender, and I'll take it. And I'll just, it's aromatherapy. I'm also a aromatherapist, just for the record. I just had one of the pastors to give me a book on aromatherapy from the scriptures, which was beautiful, yesterday. And you don't have to use your oils, you guys. When it's potent and it's healing, you could just do this. Inhale and exhale. Woo! Took it away immediately. When I say immediately, I mean immediately, expeditiously. Could I say that right? The smell of the lavender, just the aroma, is supposed to be about 6 inches away. But when it's potent, you don't have to worry about it. It just automatically relaxes. So I recommend those who dealing with stress, Sister Tyra, you remember loved ones, those who have ones that's coming up, anniversaries coming up, get you some lavender, some peace and calm, some chamomile, get you some of those soothing sweet almond, some of those oils, and just run. You don't even have to waste your oil. You don't even have to put it on now. If you want it now, if you're stressing too much and you got way too much anxiety going on, because everybody have their level, then you can take one. You don't have to use it. It's a small bottle, but they're potent. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, do 5, 6, 10. I've seen that so much. I'm like, oh my God. No, one drop. This is how you know you have to do it. And you can put it right here in the back of the neck. Right there. Stroke it in the back of the neck. And massage it in just with a little bit of pressure, the index finger or both. And then you can put it behind the ear. Rub it in between that. Notice I didn't put mine on my hand. I didn't rub none. I don't need to. That tightness that I felt as I was discussing it, as I'm thinking about Sister Tyra and the birthday, then given, which by the way, I have a cousin that had a birthday on that day too. And it automatically just took away the pressure. Massaging it helped a lot too. But the lavender, just the smell of it. Y'all kind of get over not being used to certain smells and scent. No, smell it. It opens up the cells. It opens up the blood flow. It's very therapeutic. It goes in and do some miraculous things. This has been with us. Extracting oils from healing herbs and fruit has been with us for thousands of years. This is nothing brand new. Ain't no witchcraft about that either. That's another phobia that's done killed off a lot of our people, unfortunately, especially so-called Christians. But yet, first thing they do when it's time to go into prayer. And so I hope that some of my pastors are tuning in. And they're used to it because they know, for those who all that know me, the pastors that do tune in, you all know me, that practice the tradition of laying on the hands and prayer and all that. That's a great, powerful thing if it's done in the right spirit. That we'll get a phobia. Think about it, you all. They'll get a phobia about using oils and talking about what witches do and all this other stuff. But then the first thing they do when it's time to go for prayer is get their anoint oil and anoint your pineal gland. Penetrate that oil. And I've asked some, what kind of oil are you using? There's one thing now, you have the gift of healing where your energy is that powerful where you can heal someone with a headache and migraine. I have experienced that. I do have the ability since a young child, and I didn't know what that was. I didn't, even though I was raised up in the church, but they wasn't teaching that young people could heal anyone. And so as time went by, I was being younger, I was a little nervous about it, and it wasn't something that was truly acknowledged outside of what I put my hands to. I let it go. I didn't put too much emphasis on it. And so I learned about alternatives, that we have natural alternatives that we have that doesn't bring about as many phobias, just to find out that we still have a lot of so-called Christian people. And the reason why I say so-called is because a lot of us are proclaimed to be things that we're not. Because to be Christ-like is to use things that Christ would use. And did he not? You all, I can take you back to the Bible, and I have to say this because we have some Christians that tune in afterwards, and I get asked these questions, you all. They may not answer it on here, but they'll ask it. So I'm just going to give the answer while it's on my mind to do so now. And where you don't have no debates about Mary Magdalene and her taking and placing oil on Jesus Christ or Yeshua feet. When the apostles tried to push her away and say no, basically do away with her, and he said no, don't stop her from doing it. Why did he not stop her from bringing the oils that was in her alabaster box? Makes me think of the song by CeCe Winans. You don't know the cost of the oil in my alabaster box. It's because it was healing there. What is the talk about the five wise virgins and the 5 foolish virgins? The ones that had the oils, the ones that did not. What was the thing about when the plagues, like we can already experience again, plagues and viruses running around, and they're saying, okay, take and mark the post with pure young blood from a lamb and with hyssop. What is hyssop? Hyssop is an oil. Hyssop helps kills off viruses. Look it up, you all. It's still there. It's not gone yet. Hyssop. Look it up. Most cases it's spelled Hissop, I believe. Look it up. It heals from viruses. It protects away from anything that comes to kill or to weaken the immune system. It's used for many things, but that's one of the number one, and that's the reason why they would say for those who got their doors marked with hyssop and with virgin blood, they said pass over it. And so now you don't have to put this out on your doorpost. But let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something that I know for a fact is that when you get powerful oils like these that help to help war off frankincense, myrrh, and all the rest of these other oils that helps in these areas that comes from these different powerful herbs that help kill off viruses, you can actually put it on your door. And even a mailman, anybody that walks to it that's toxic, they're actually through the aroma of it or through you distilling it through your um what you got? Let me show you the one I got. Mine's light up, but I wanted to show you. I got this one. I got me an air purifier, but I put my oils inside of this one. I got this one from Young Living. And I liked it, and I dispense, so I'll put a drop of oil in that, and I put it into the air. I use grapefruit and citric for the summertime. Let me plug it back up. I use grapefruit and citric mostly for the summertime, but you can use it now. And so now we're going into the season of killing off viruses. So I'll get a cinnamon oil, a clove oil. I got clove oil too. Get whatever ratio you can afford to get for right now, because having some is better than none at all. Or you can get a pot. And I've shared this with you all before. Put some water in it. Yes, you can use tap water, because once you boil it past about 5 minutes, it's going to purify the water anyway. And you can put drops or just get real cinnamon sticks and put it inside of it. Boil it for about 20-30 minutes. Let that aroma hit into the walls and into the atmosphere. And you can do that with ginger. You can do that with orange. You can do that with lemons. You can do it with turmeric. You can do it with cumin. You can do it with all these different spices. And somebody said, well, I'm allergic to spices. Then use your citric. I'm allergic to citric. Use the chamomile. There's so many options. There's no excuse for us not bringing in or allowing things, essential oils and spices to be able to help heal our body, especially during stressful times, especially when we're marching right into the change of the weather in the flu season. Everyone isn't fortunate enough or cannot afford to go to tropical places. You see a person that's able to afford to go to a tropical place that's from the city, then you know where their funds is going. It's going to that tropical place. And I will not fault anyone from wanting to go, especially if you don't have family or no important reason to stay in the city. But if you're going to stay in the city, even in some tropical areas, though, because people travel about, you still need to be able to do this. You wouldn't have to distill these things on as often. That's all, as often. And so I don't even see how people get sick in the tropical areas at all, because that lets me know that you really are picking out on something that's mucus binding foods or mucus forming foods, which is toxic meat, a lot of yeast, a lot of bread. That's the only way you are experiencing getting sick, if you are in a mostly a nice climate area, or if you're dealing with a lot of tropical storms. And so, but for those of us that's in the city, these are our de-stressors, and that helps heal the body from viruses. I'm also getting ready to come out with an immune booster. However, I am going to give you guys options to go in to order in advance. I'm not trying to have nobody just to wait for what I have or what for other people have. I want to have others to go into For Life. I am a independent distributor of For Life product, and they have an immune spray system that I started on before. That's been about 5 years already now. About now. Um, that I have had great experiences and good outcomes for our people throughout my family and even my son. Since we spoke about my son Kenneth and his birthday, his throat started to clot up because he benched out some. He did his own thing. He was running around, and this was just about 3 years ago. And his throat started to close up on him, and we thought we was going to lose him. I knew I wasn't going to lose him, but he never experienced anything like this, and so this was at the heart of quote unquote you know who. And I gave him, that was one of the things I had in hand because I was delivering it to in the local areas to some of my clients. And I heard about it because I was on that 1-800 number where people all over the world, thousands was on this line, and they was giving their testimonies of how well this product worked. Now here goes. Those you all are still meat eaters, you're still eating mucus forming foods like bread, dough. You're taking in yeast products from products with yeast. If you're not a strict fruitarian, is what I call it, or a strict vegetarian where you're only eating vegetations that in fruits that are not mucus forming, like bananas or mucus forming, that's a fatty fruit. If you're not, you're not 100%, then you need to get a product that will help boost your immune system. For Life has an immune booster that does it, and yes, I will be shipping out some as early as next week for our people, and I will be sharing the bottle for you all. I can't discriminate against that company because they have fought through the FDA. They have battled and they have won. Yes, they had to go out the country in order to save themselves. I think I can share that and be safe. And they've been around for years. And so, bottom line, back to my son, I told him, spray that in your mouth for five. I spray it 5 times. And before we could even get him to the ER, because that's the first thing that came to his mind, he thought he was going to pass out. I was like, okay. It went away within 5 minutes, you all. It reduced the mucus in his system within 5 minutes. I lie not. And I was like, oh my God, this product is everything that they say that it is. Now, mind you, I was using it up to this point too. And even though I hadn't had a lot of mucus buildup, still, I was doing it for preventive measures because I didn't see where it would do any harm to try anything that's more natural. But here it is. It's vegetarian friendly, but not necessarily, because there is one little egg abstract that comes from it. So let me put that disclaimer out there again for those of you all that say I don't want nothing to do with no animal at all. But for those of you all that know you're still taking in certain products that may have a little bit of egg abstract or a little yeast abstract, it still will help get the job done, is what I'm saying. I've had people that were vegetarians that was on it, and it helped them to boost their immune system, even people that were diagnosed with the C. And then those who also was in shedding in with all of their families. I had a family of 6 that were all shedding. All of them had tested positive, and sent that product over to them. And yeah, I can't sing praises on that. I told you I never hate on a product that actually worked, that has been beautifully, marvelously, wonderfully put together to where it helps heal the human's body and even animals as well. So for those of y'all that are pet lovers, yes, it helps with them as well. And so that's what I'm promoting now. Essential oils. I'm going to highly recommend that for now until those of you all that are going to be ordering. And the ordering number that you can order in and say what it is that you want is at 618-388-8100. I'm going to try to put that in here now. And then Sister Tyra, you asked the question. I see over here live. It's a nice thing to know that Facebook isn't glitching right now. Let me not say too much before it starts. So it's good to see my family. It's good to see family and friends on. And so I can't say enough about the products. Products. When you all see me pushing products, it's not because I'm getting anything out of it, neither. Even though for life, when I put up my PIN number for there, what happens is that they give me credit. So you do got an option to make that a business, a little side hustle for yourself if you like. But for me, I like to credit. I'm gonna tell you what happens when I put up my number, and I'll have that in this for this Wellness Wednesday. I will be here this Wednesday, so Most High say the same. I will be here this Wednesday, and I'll be putting in my number. What happens with my number is that when I come across my elders and my seniors, or people that's without work, honestly, without work, and they need a little help to be able to afford them, my credit goes towards them. I give them their product through you all ordering through my stream number. And instead of telling them that I want the check, I hold it there and let it build up points and credit to my account. And so that I can be able to get more products from off of you all that are making purchases from the company. That's how I do mine. Because that little check is going to come and go, maybe a few $100s or so, but that few $100s count when there may be 10 different people that are honestly calling in saying, Dr. Shell, I need what you got. I get sick every year. I am doing my best that I can to really try to stay on this regimen. It's been challenging. I've been on 10, 20 different medications. And so I'm trying my best, but I know I'm going to need this because I'm afraid that my immune system is going to be too weak to fight off another virus. Then these are the people that you'll see me send out things to get it to them. Especially if they're on fixed incomes or they don't have no income, because that's part of true ministry. You you have to give. You can't be in a place of leadership and in position of saying a business owner and all this other stuff, and you not be more of a giver. And so I know some say, well, why not just give a discount? I do. The discount is already there because I'm not charging 2 or 3, 4 times as much like some people do or some companies do. I don't believe in that. That's price gouging, and it's crooked, to charge it. And I'm not trying to attack anyone that's there in their business of doing, because I know they are bringing up the prices of production. Well, when that happens, I'll let you know. Meanwhile, my conviction in my heart is to not to triple, 4 times, 3, 4, 5 times charge our people more than what they should to get natural resources. That the first thing we all turn around and say, even those who of us who have natural goods, first thing we say, we're not supposed to be paying for this stuff in the first get. I'm like, look at the hypocrisy. So because you got to pay for it, you gonna make somebody pay triple for it? Come on, y'all. We got to do better. You can't say you love your brothers and sisters. You can't say you love one another, and you're making it difficult or more harder for them to be able to get what they need for their health and wellness. I would be a major hypocrite if I'm taking on the title of being a minister in any form of healthcare and wellness, and then or that I'm a loving person, or that I'm a fair person, and then I turn around and I charge you more than what you're supposed to because I got a set amount of money that I want to make. I'd rather make that another kind of way, because sick people are always going to be here with us. There will always be an ailment in the body because we live in such a toxic world. I say this all the time. So there's no need to get greedy and try to drain the few that are willing to give. When you got hundreds and hundreds of people that are eventually going to come in line, everybody will not be broke. Everybody won't have the mentality that I just want to get. That's unrealistic. That's not true. That's not true. That's not everybody. And if we really tell the truth, most of the time that's just your relatives. You heard me. Most of the time that's just some of y'all relatives that's trying to get to a place where you're expecting something for free. My family would tell you, I got a cousin now, and we called him from the Martin Lawrence show, Hustle Man. I call him Hustle Man. That's my first cousin, Brandon. We call him Hustle Man. This guy would tell you in and everything. Everything be brand new too. It'd be nice. I gotta give it to him. So he's an upgraded version of Hustle Man, from the fifth floor. That wasn't from the fifth floor. And so every time I look up, and he did, he said, "Cuz I'll give you a family member discount." I said, "Give me the discount when I need it." I said, "I'm good. I want to pay you full price for it. I want to pay you um what you paid for it." It's another one of my clients don't realize that I'm on. Um, everybody, I said, give it to me when I need it, because it's something that I really have wanted and needed, and that was going to help save me money. So why would I not want to give it to him? And here it is. He also is a family member, and come to find out, I'm glad that I did, because this family member, I didn't know they had been burnt. And I didn't know that anyone who had been getting over. So what happens is that my card had closed down on me, so I couldn't pay right away. I couldn't pay right away. I had to wait to the next following day because it's there for a funeral, and I had so I had to wait for my card to come to be reactivated through the bank. And so thankfully, my auntie Louise filled in the gap for me. But because he had already had experience with a few not paying him, he was nervous. I've always paid him, and so I'm like, "Oh wow!" I said, so I had called. I heard him. I called my auntie Louise. I said, "Auntie Louise, what's going on with Cuz?" I said, "He, don't seem like he was a little nervous about." And then she explained to me, well, and then she got the phone call. He said, "No, Felicia Ann is good. She's gonna keep it worse." But it made me feel bad, because I'm like, "Wait a minute, I done give you a lot of business, and why would you be nervous if I have to have one day to get the funds, and I'm telling you that I have it to be able to pay you for your merchandise?" And so it's just things like that that I take and I hold near and dear to others in that way. I've had others to say, "Well, I'm gonna wait to get my consultation until I get my funds." Now, of course, that's always best, because always give everybody credit. But here goes. That's what we started off doing business. Everybody bartered. You didn't. Everybody had a set time to get paid. That's what we're missing too, you all. We're missing that. We're punishing one another for, and I use the term punish on purpose. We're blocking and punishing one another for what a few have done to us, and it's causing distrust. It's causing, and yes, of course, we don't put on no trust in man, but we put our trust in that, as they say, your word is your bond. Bottom line, if the person has never gotten over on you, why are you punishing them for what cousin Poonan did? From what cousin June did to you. And so so at some point we got to get to a place, you all, to where we just learn. I'm big on, we have to learn how to be more supportive one to another, and then we won't have to find ourselves struggling so much into business. And I wanted to say thank you so much to those you all when I announced. I'm shifting, y'all. Thank you all so much for those you all when I announced that I'm getting ready to start back up the foundation, because I was blocked due to having to move and going through so many different distractions that were highly unnecessary. But in some ways, maybe they were, just to get me to this point. I like to think balanced minded, like I stated. For Nigel Angeli's Helping Hand Foundation, that I want to be able to help give products and baskets and other helpful things for health and wellness of those who are taking care of parents and others that are taking care of special needs children or young adults with developmental delays, that are on fixed incomes, low income, that cannot honestly afford to be able to get these things. They don't have any other financial assistance to help them get natural things or get started in a natural way that help that process of taking care of loved ones to be a bit more smoother, you all. I know, I've been there. Always been blessed, but I know what it is to get low and to be wondering, well, trying to choose between whether or not I'm going to get this vitamin, that vitamin, or whether or not I'm going to do this for the rest of the family, because I can't work outside of the home at this time, and the business is not flowing as I need it to be inside working from home. I've been there, done that, but God always provided. And so I feel obligated to give that back to other mothers and parents and other caregivers that cannot go out and exercise all of their gifts to help bring in extra income for their loved ones that they're taking care of. Caregivers is who I'm talking to. I want to be able to help them help their loved ones that cannot take care of themselves, mostly young adults and children. Eventually, as the finances grow, opportunities grow, grants come in that will not make me have to compromise on what I'm giving. Eventually, that will go into that will also transfer over to our elders, our senior citizens, because we have lacked and we have not done a great job of taking care of our elders, you all. And you can't tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. I've worked with living centers and nursing homes on and off for 20 plus years now. I have seen it. It has broken my heart. And no, it's not just Black people. It is all nationalities, even though I do see that we have the least amount of support. It appears to me for the facilities that I've been in and from what I hear from other colleagues that we don't support our own enough when they become of old age for various reasons. Maybe it's due to lack of income. Maybe it's because you're unforgiving, because you don't like the way you were raised by them. Whatever the reason is, it still doesn't change the fact that as long as they're alive, we have to have someone that's there that's willing to assist to take care of them while they're here on this earth. And that's still an honorable thing to do. It's still the right thing to do. I have to say that and put that out there because so many times I see that we don't do as a people when we're not expected to do. We tend to try to get by, and we think that, and then you wonder why you're not motivated to take care of yourself. You're not motivated to take care of yourself because you're not taking care of the other people that are in your life that has been placed in your life that you are responsible for. Yeah, think about it. And the first thing we say is when I get old, or that is one of the fears, is that you want someone to take care of you or to assist to take care of you if you're not able bodied. If you ever get in an accident and you're handicapped, or if there's a malpractice that take place where the doctor damaged you in the midst of a surgery. It's so many different things that ways that we have to show love. And that's not just one person's job. It's not. I know what I'm talking about. I lived it. I've done it. And I did it with as much grace as I could. That God gave me. And so I just want you all to know that I'm loving you all very, very dearly. And I hope that I didn't say, I hope I stated something that will help you all. Don't forget to get your essential oils and get your herbs and start distilling it now to purify your air. That's everything. Get you a purifier. They usually cost anywhere under $20. And sometimes you can get them from other retail shops, you all. As long as they're not known for having bugs or anything, you can distill it that way. You can get it too for those who are that's on fixed income, but get it in the system because it's all in the air. What I just did that took away the tightness in my head as I was thinking about the anniversary, the first year coming up, Don Najee being here, which would have been her 25 years here on Earth. And the tightness in my chest was I did the massage in my ear. Sister Thomas, if you're still available there, I did the massage in my temple. And I did the massage in the back. I took my 2 fingers and I did the massage in the back of my neck there. And I stroked it up and down. And every time I just did it now, and it just, it just brings down any type of blockage that's trying to come to put pressure, inflammation, or trap air, because that's all it is, trap air in the blood vessels that releases stress. Stress is still the number one takeout, y'all. I noticed I didn't say killer on purpose. Takeout. I'm going to be sharing also with you all the 40 words. I saw something that was really great because I don't prescribe to a lot of nonsense unless it's a little bitty funny comedy from time to time on here. And it's 40 words that bring us down that is negative, that operates at a higher level of bringing up your personality and the energy in you and the spirit that uplifts the spirit. And then they're going to share with us too words that causes stress and depression. And I want to master that. And I want to master that with you all together, because that is part of health and wellness too. Us learning how to change the language that's more powerful, more healthier. There's a scripture that says that life and death lies in the tongue. And we, as a spiritual being group of people, we love to use the term curse. Oh, they're cursing me. Oh, they're cursing me. They're cursing me. And we use it out of context too. Oh, they're cursing me because they said, because they called you out a name. No, cursing is when you speak ill things over a person. Yeah, they ain't got long. You know, they're going to distance it, even if you see it. And I know I'm guilty of seeing certain things, and I had to learn how not to say it, because I'm not saying it in a negative way. I'm saying it based off of what I'm seeing, but not really focusing on the power of the words of what has just gone out, that in the universe or in the air, that's going to vibrate that and cause it to come to pass. Yes, there's power in your words. Literally, but it's more so there's power in the air, the energy that comes from you. And when you put that mind in themselves to it and you believe it, we spiritual folks, church folks call it faith. Having faith, where you literally practice using the power of your words to produce something. There I go. I did it again. Y'all know I'm always moving with my hands. And the mere fact that I did that triangle, I'm gonna put that disclosure again. That not nan nobody. Let my grandmama come out. That better not nan nobody. You better not come out tomorrow. Someone practice some Illuminati. I had to laugh because I've heard that so many times. And people tomorrow. So did you see them symbols? She went out. It's called a triangle. Get over it. Like you brand new if you don't realize now that moi, Dr. Chef, Felicia, and I talk with my hands. That's what we do. That's what energy does. There is no sign language in here. And I'm like, no, it's sign language to help express. It's what we know to do. They have energy, good energy. Has nothing to do with trying to send no subliminal message. I'm saying to you what my message is. Listen to my words. Y'all know I ain't lying about it. Hey there, Sister Candy. Hey there. Thank you so much for y'all donation. Thank you so much. It is very helpful. I'm setting it to the side. Hey there, Sister Tommy. Got all our people in the house. And so I'm just at a place now where I'm just happy. Woo, just to be able to flow. How I need to be able to flow, to be able to get these information, these good products out to you all, to be able to counsel. Don't forget, you call in for your consultation at 618-388-8100. My email is Dr. Chef, DRCHEF, health and wellness at gmail.com. And then you can also, for those of you all that have direct link and you need that link for your consultations, if you cannot get through for 618, you know who you are. When you via text me in from that 618-388-8100 number, then sometimes you get switched over to the other number, the 314-705-6264. So that means you would have been on here for the time that I've been on here now, which I can't see how long I've been on now. It was on there first. Okay, hour and so. If you made it through this, then that means that it was meant for you. And so I do that on purpose sometime now, because that lets me know that our people are really interested, or who's really serious about getting the necessary help that they need. And it lets me know too how supportive you're trying to be for those of you all that do have time. Says, thanks, Dr. Shell, for always bringing valuable, motivating, and motivational words of encouragement, peace, and much love. May God continue to uplift and bless you all. Thank you so much, Sister Dorothy. I can't get to see them. I'm like, look, I can't wait for us to talk to each other again. And so, courtesies, thank you so much, too, for my auntie and uncle chiming in. Thank you so much to all the rest of Orlando, Caldwell, all of you all that's tuned in, Ruth Parker, those are Facebook family, and Instagram. No, I have not forgotten about you all. I know I have a lot of transferring to do over to Instagram, but it was starting to glitch a lot too for Instagram for me. I have not mastered this technology thing just yet, but when I do, Okay, I love you all. And the time is now. I do have consultation. I did go ahead and accept a consultation. Yeah, I did accept a consultation this Wednesday, which I usually, oh no, this Monday rather. I'm sorry, this Monday. I did accept some consultations, so I do have to tune out. You all don't forget, for those of you all who want to get your consultations, we're going to put it in now. If you have any comments, anything to say right now, any questions, you can utilize that time right now, and I'll try to answer what I can. So that way you all don't feel like you have to hold back. And if it's something that you don't want to ask in the chat box, then feel free to once again put it in via text the question to the number that I'm finna share with you all now. I have to put it in because I had a few that called in that was that said they were looking for the number. I normally try to put it in, they finally found it, but they shouldn't have had to dig for it. For consultations and business. I'm just so thankful to see that y'all made it. Y'all made it through the week. Hallelujah. Let me see. I put in there for continue. I will be coming to see you all. My product line, y'all. So to get now y'all sister queens that came on through, y'all gonna see your logo. I know y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna love it. Y'all gonna be like, oh, did I say it like that, y'all? Can I say it like that? Oh Lord, no, my more mature queen's gonna say, "Oh Lord, look at that sister, what she did. Bless her heart." Will it let me put it in there? Seems. Okay, I got it in there. I got it in there. I think I got it in there. Call or text. There we go. Bingo. Got it in there. At least got that much in there. And then let me put the email in there. Again, for those of you all want email, I have been doing a lot better with my email, y'all. So yeah, prayers been because I gotten so used to not having to do the email. So that was my main dilemma. I confess. That was it. That's all it was. I got used to having an assistant in that area, but that's all right. Sometimes you gotta makes you appreciate things more when sometimes when you have to do it yourself, and it helps you to learn. You know, let's see. All lowercase. I'm only putting caps, you all, because there are some that have visual issues, and until that's healed, we have to accommodate. So that way, you all won't have to be straining as much to see in these little writings and these little typings, rather. Y'all, it's serious. I drank that blackstrap molasses to get that system on right and started and get that iron in there because it was starting to get nippy here. And now I have to tune out because twinkle, twinkle, little star. Happy birthday to all of my September babies, our August babies, our July babies. I think I said it. I did not sing the song yet, but I will. I'm going to say that to Wellness Wednesday because I have to twinkle, twinkle, little star. If y'all don't know what that is, then oh well. Carry on. Y'all have a blessed and motivational Monday. I love you all. Bye-bye. In the stream.